Is Microsoft teasing that there will be multiple Xbox Series X launch events, and that huge deal between Microsoft and GameStop potentially got even bigger? Let's talk about it, shall we? What is going on, everybody? It's Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another video. Hope everyone's having a great day, and if you guys could do me a huge favor, make sure you hit that like button, and if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and please share this video out on social media. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for all the continued support. We have a couple pretty big topics to talk about in today's video, one of them being the deal that was struck a couple weeks ago between Microsoft and GameStop. People didn't really pay too much attention to that deal, but recently it's come to light that Microsoft might actually be giving GameStop recurring lifetime digital revenue for any system or any new user they bring into the Xbox ecosystem, and that could have huge ramifications not only for Xbox but also for PlayStation. But first, we're going to be talking about Xbox Series X launch events. It does seem that Xbox is teasing that there will be launch events the day before the Series X and Series S come out. Now, I know what some of you are probably already thinking, man, this feels like deja vu. Didn't you make a video a couple days ago talking about this rumor, this leak? And you would be correct. I did make a video about it, and I do 100% think that leak was completely fake. You remember it, right? The one where Microsoft was going to unveil a Miss Universe game. Come on, that was completely and utterly made up. But I always said, even in that video, that I can see a scenario where Microsoft does have a pre-launch event on November 9th, and it does look like that may actually be happening. Now, last week, Xbox Mexico tweeted out this. This is a special celebration for you. Don't miss it. Wait for more details soon. And they are promoting some sort of event on November 9th at 7 p.m. And then yesterday, the official Xbox New Zealand account tweeted out, tune in November 9th, 11 p.m. New Zealand time. Now, 11 p.m. New Zealand time is 1 hour before the launch of the Xbox Series X and S in that country, and I believe New Zealand will be the first country to get the new consoles based on time zones. Now, I don't think whatever they're doing in New Zealand's really going to have any bearing on what's going on in the United States, simply because of the time zone difference. 11 p.m. New Zealand time is around 6 a.m. Eastern time and 3 a.m. Pacific time, so whatever they're doing is going to be very specific to New Zealand. But when you have two official Twitter accounts, one for Xbox Mexico and one for Xbox New Zealand, both tweeting about some sort of launch festivities the day before the Xbox Series X and S come out, it does lead me to believe that there will be some sort of launch event here in the United States. And if you want to add more gasoline to this speculation fire, take a look at this email that people who signed up to Xbox Fan Fest got a couple hours ago. It's about recording a 30-second video of yourself talking about what the launch of this new console and gaming means to you, and they even say you can ask questions to Phil Spencer and Xbox executives. The introduction says, as Xbox prepares for the next generation launch, we want to hear from you. This is your opportunity to participate in the celebrations with your fellow gaming community by submitting a brief video about your personal experiences and sentiments towards Xbox and gaming. Videos, of course, will be subject to review for community appropriateness and usable technical quality. So what should I talk about? 1, please say and spell your name at the beginning of the video. 2, please feel free to answer 2 of the 3 suggested topics and keep each response to 30 seconds or less. Have fun, but keep it brief. We want to see you talking directly to the camera about any of the topics listed here. It helps to restate the question in your response. For example, quote, my favorite gaming memory is. 3, feel free to ask any questions you may have for Phil Spencer and other Xbox executives as well as game developers. 4, we also welcome you to shoot and submit some additional B-roll footage, up to 4 10-second shots of your gameplay setup, consoles, games, favorite Xbox memorabilia, game capture, shots, etc. And here are the testimonial topic suggestions. What does gaming mean to you personally? How has gaming been a force for good in your life? What is your most powerful memory related to gaming? How do you plan on celebrating the new console launch? How has gaming helped you build a sense of community? How has gaming empowered you? What does this launch moment mean to you? Do you have any questions for Phil Spencer, Xbox executives, or game developers? And anything else you'd like to add to the celebration of the gaming community. The videos have to be 30 seconds or less, and the videos have to be submitted by Tuesday, October 27th at 6 p.m. Pacific. Now, a lot of people have been wondering if there would be a digital XO20 event this year. Last year, they held XO19 in London, and in 2018, they held it in Mexico. There was new game reveals and announcements, and people weren't too sure if Microsoft was going to keep it going. But I think this email is a pretty good sign that XO20 might be happening. You see, the first Xbox Fan Fest event is taking place this Friday, October 23rd. It's a trivia night. So these videos shot by Xbox Fan Fest members talking about what gaming means to you and what this new launch means to you. And they specifically mentioned, hey, ask any questions to Phil Spencer. So the videos shot for this by Fan Fest members and uploaded by October 27th have to be for another event that is unannounced. And as we saw earlier in the video, Xbox Mexico as well as Xbox New Zealand have already started tweeting about an event the day before launch. So it's certainly in the realm of possibility that these videos would be displayed in some sort of event here in the United States, maybe at like 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. Kind of a celebration of Xbox, and Phil Spencer will answer some hand-picked questions about certain things. I could certainly see a scenario where somebody asks Phil Spencer, hey, I'm a big fan of Xbox, and I was wondering what game the initiative is working on. And Phil could easily reply to that video with, I'll do you one better. Here's the first trailer for the game that the initiative is working on. Now that prediction might be a little bit too optimistic, too pie in the sky, and I personally think the initiative's game will debut at the VGAs in December. But I think Xbox has something cooking. Something is definitely going on. And I really do think there will be some sort of event on November 9th. And these videos that Xbox Fan Fest members are shooting, asking questions to Phil Spencer and other executives, but mainly talking about what Xbox means to them, will be a part of this event on November 9th. What do you think about all this? Do you believe there will be an event on November 9th? Is XO20 making a return? What do you think about these videos? And if you got this email and you're part of Xbox Fan Fest, will you actually be making a video and submitting it? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Now, next up, we're going to be talking about the deal between GameStop and Microsoft. And when this deal was originally announced a couple weeks ago, a lot of people really didn't see the significance of it for Xbox. For Microsoft, sure. GameStop was going to be using the Azure cloud for their back-end services. Sales representatives at GameStop were going to be using Microsoft Surface tablets to help customers make the right informed decision. But earlier this week, it came out that Xbox is going to be giving GameStop a cut of all digital revenue earned from any system that GameStop sells. This article goes on to say that the first new sign of this revenue sharing agreement actually came somewhat hidden in a press release GameStop issued last week, trumpeting, quote, a multi-year strategic partnership with Microsoft. That announcement focused heavily on GameStop agreeing to use Microsoft's cloud-based infrastructure for its back-end sales systems and a deal for store associates to start using Microsoft Surface tablets going forward. While casual readers probably missed a potential import, investors homed in on that sentence. Quote, I received an email from GameStop investor relations representative Eric Cerny, and in the email he said, quote, we are allowed to state we will receive a portion of the downstream revenue from any device we will bring into the Xbox ecosystem. Domo Capital Management President Justin told ours in an interview. He added that Cerny later clarified in a phone call that the deal applied to all digital sales on all next-gen Xbox consoles sold through GameStop. Loop Capital analyst Anthony confirmed that the same basic outline to Ars Technica based on his conversations with GameStop management. Quote, the way it's going to work is for every Microsoft Xbox console that GameStop sells going forward, GameStop will get some percentage of the revenue from every digital full game download, DLC, microtransaction, and any subscriptions as well, he said. Now think about that for a single second. Every console that GameStop sells to somebody, they will be partaking in a revenue share with Microsoft. Now some analysts say that the percentage is anywhere between 1% to 10%. I can't see it being as high as 10%. It's got to be around 1%. But any console they sell, any games that that person goes on to buy, any DLC that they go on to purchase, anything bought by that person on that console for however long they own that console, GameStop's going to get a cut of it. What you might see going forward is that GameStop will prefer the Xbox over PlayStation and Nintendo. When you walk into the store for the first time, the first thing you might see is the Xbox section instead of a Nintendo or PlayStation. When an uninformed parent brings her kid to the store to purchase a next-gen system, GameStop might be more likely to push the Xbox Series S over the PS5 Digital Edition. We'll have to see how this all plays out, but it looks like Xbox might get some preferential treatment over at GameStop, unless of course Sony's already trying to cut the same deal, and they probably have to be. Alright guys, that's the video for today, and if you enjoyed it, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Please share this out on social media or tell a friend about the channel. Hit that notification bell if you always want to be notified whenever I drop a new video like this. If you want to take the support for the channel even further, you can hit the join button where you'll get access to channel badges and emotes for the Xbox 2 podcast we do every Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really do appreciate each and every one of you that take the time out of your day to do so, and I'll see everyone in the next video. Thank you guys.